how can the people we are looking at in the audience, the key decision makers in the room who represent some of the most influential public and private organizations, how can they help your group of 18 young societal leaders such as yourself? Cherrie.
Juliana, I've been in agriculture for 21 years, right? I started teaching farmers at the age of 12 in my dad's farm in a sugarcane plantation. And for the last 21 years, my problem is really access to financial support, right? So 2 years ago, we started an impact fund that focused on agricultural investments as long as they follow the ESG, environmental, social, and governance structure. So this fund is actually based in Singapore. I'm a partner of this fund, and we do investments on agricultural businesses in the Philippines. I'm so happy that Myanmar officer was here because we're trying to invest on rice and coffee in Myanmar. We're also working in Timor-Leste for coffee plantations in Timor, also in Vietnam, in Thailand, and in Indonesia. So our habits is here in Singapore because what we like to do is how the wealth can be also shared in these Asian countries, but focus on agricultural development, that the purpose is to go into sustainability. So it's very fulfilling and it's very meaningful to have. And so the fund right now is trying to really build this impact on those countries, and more importantly on helping the agri-sector and the agribusinesses to be established.
Before we get to Tarun, Cherrie, you will be going to New York next week for something. Could you share with us what that is?
So I'm going to New York next week because I'll be appointed as a high-level ambassador on Scale Up Nutrition Movement, and at the same time present the Impact Hub, the Impact Fund in agriculture in Southeast Asia, because there's now a force on the demand for consumers on sustainable products, but at the same time there's also somehow an influx of financial institutions gearing towards impactful investments. So I'll be presenting that in the UN by next week.
Well done. All the best for your Impact Fund. And of course, Tarun, a message for the audience.
As I shared earlier, that we are using knowledge as a tool to bring the voice of small cities to the urbanization discourse. So I think there is a lot that we can learn from the people in this room, and we can get a lot of support. One, in terms of mentorship, there's a lot of experience that people in this room have. So either as mentors to the organization, financial and technical support. So we're working with small cities whose knowledge and experience is limited when it comes to tackling some of the current challenges. We are working on creating a physical urban knowledge resource center, which can be a peer learning center for not just small cities in India, but probably in Asia as well. So I would like to ask the people in this room if they share a vision of a balanced urban regional development in whole of Asia. Would be happy to take your support.